Hello again and thanks for joining. So this is going to be a bit of a roasting video about Hornby's obsession with producing models which have got gold plated parts on them. This is one of these models, it's number 2215 in their range, and it's the LMS 462 Princess Elizabeth Princess Class Locomotive, and this one was produced for the Queen's Golden Jubilee in 2002. You can see that some of this model is got 18 karat gold plated parts, and it kind of makes sense for the Queen's Golden Jubilee, but Hornby are currently also doing the Flying Scotsman with gold plated wheels for the princely sum of just under £500. If you consider how much a normal Flying Scotsman costs, you're paying that amount more just for gold plating on the wheels. And remember, it's just gold plating, the wheels aren't actually made of solid gold. And for the price of a normal Hornby Flying Scotsman, you could buy it and a real gold bar for the same price. So what is the obsession with putting gold plated wheels on these things? Well, it's obviously to make it a collector's item and something that's going to be bought and just put on a shelf and never used, with the usual thinking that this is some kind of investment and it'll increase in value over time, but that's really not the case. This model here I've bought second hand, and it really wasn't that much more expensive than a normal Princess class locomotive from Hornby, so it really hasn't gone up in value over time. And I think these are terrible investments and also a terrible locomotive because you would never run it. But let's look at this a bit closer up. This box actually isn't too bad. It comes with this cardboard sleeve. It's even got Simon's signature on it, and you can see it's a limited edition of just 5,000 units. That's quite a large number in a limited edition run, because you can get limited editions now of just maybe 1,000, and even that's quite a lot. Anyway, let's get this open and we'll have a look at the model inside. So this model comes with the standard instructions here for the Princess class locomotive, and it shows you how to lubricate this model or how to take the body off it if you want to. And here you see how to change the motor as well. It's just standard instructions, but it does come with this leaflet. It's got some scratches on this one. Don't know why that's happened, but it does give you the number, this one being 2139, and this represents a certificate of authentication. I think this is actually quite a crappy looking thing. It's just a piece of cardboard rather than a certificate. It really doesn't scream quality to me. And you also get this piece of gold-plated track, which I just cannot understand why they would do this. I guess it's just to put the model on and make it look really kind of quite flashy. But this is just standard Hornby R601 track with plastic sleepers underneath, and they've gold-plated the rails. It's not designed to be used as a piece of track in your model railway layout, so it's just a display piece. And finally, here is the model. Now, I must admit that this actually does look really good. The combination of colours here, the black, the maroon and the gold accents on it actually works really well together. And also the Princess class of locomotive is quite a sleek looking machine as it is. But let's have a look at this one in closer detail. So the front of this locomotive does have some nice decoration around the buffer beam with that yellow stripe and the red. And we have the buffers here with the gold plating on it. And I don't actually think that's been done very well on these buffers. It looks a bit rough and ready around the edges and a bit scarred. This model has never been used though. You can see that on the wheels, and I'll show you that in a minute. Up here we've got the gold plated handrail and the gold plated handrail all the way down the side of the locomotive. You can also see that the wheels are gold plated with the plastic inserts, and also all the valve gear is gold plated as well. But it is tarnishing a little bit, you can see that on this piece here. But like I said, this has never been used, and you can see that evidence down here in the treads of the wheels, even though it's not actually plated that well. This is a neat piece here which has been attached up to this gold part and down here to the valve gear. And we've got this reverser rod here also in the gold, which again is tarnishing a little bit. However, we don't have a gold plated nameplate for Princess Elizabeth. It's just a standard piece of plastic there. We do have these valves at the top here which are gold plated, but not the whistle. This one actually has a bit of problems with the paintwork. The little piece has come away there. You can just see a little bit of white there showing through. At the cab end we've got another pair of handrails which are in gold. And the rest of the model is pretty much as you'd expect from a Princess class locomotive. Not too bad a moulding, but not the most detailed. But this is a model which is over 20 years old now. Let's have a quick look at the tender. So this one also has added on extra metal handrails in the corners which have been gold plated, and it also has the gold plated wheels. You can see Hornby made in China on this one. So this is a locomotive driven model, and the tender is just a free rolling piece at the back. And at the back of the tender, again, the buffers are gold plated, but not very well. They're certainly getting a bit tarnished now. So it is quite a stylish locomotive, this one. And like I said, the colour combination does really work very well on this. I'll just jump back to the Flying Scotsman and say that I don't think this colour combination actually works. And I think this looks a bit gaudy. Returning back to Princess Elizabeth, let's just put this on the scales and see how much it weighs. So this model comes in at 441 grams. So the gold-plated Princess Elizabeth from Hornby, I think this is a stupid model to have. I get the tie-in with Princess Elizabeth, the Queen's Golden Jubilee, the gold-plated. I get all that connection, but I just don't get the connection with Flying Scotsman and the gold wheels. But just putting some cheap gold plating onto your metalwork and then trying to claim that it's some kind of premium model and a premium price or some kind of investment for the future is just plain bonkers. This Princess Elizabeth now commands a price not much more than a normal Princess Elizabeth, and if you want to invest in something gold, just buy a gold bar, because that will actually go up in price. This won't, and the amount of gold on this model is actually almost next to none, really. It's just plating. The other thing that's stupid about this is that you just never would run this model, because you wouldn't want to knock off all that gold plating because you think this is a collector's item and I've got to keep it pristine. So it just doesn't add up. It's just a stupid concept, I think, and I really don't like models like this. I think they're conning people into believing that they're buying an investment, but really it's just a bit of a con to make something normal into something which is perceived to be collectible or in some other way special when it's just really not. So it is a nice looking model, but I think it's just a stupid model. But that's just what I think. What do you think about this model? And also the Hornby Flying Scotsman gold plated models. Are these tempting you? Do you think they're good investments? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to know your thoughts. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps this channel. Now I'll put this on the turntable so you can see all the way around. And in a moment, another video will appear. Just click on that and I'll see you there. But that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. See ya.